Hey guys, this is Boss Lady V coming to you with the recap for tonight's episode of the Braxton Season 1, Episode 3. I thought this was a pretty good episode. Had some kind of dark moments, sad moments, a lot of reflecting, uh, a lot of just back and forth with little Kevin and his dad, which is was hard to watch because you hate to see family grieve after a loss of a loved one. But a lot of times it happens all the time. I know firsthand. So the description for tonight's episode was Family Legacy. The Braxton band together in DC for Traci's son, Kevin Jr., whose grief over her death is clouded by legal and marital issues. They meet with the family lawyer about Traci's will. Tamar shares on podcast why she decided to film the Braxtons again. Well, Tony calls Trina to see if they had seen little Kevin yet, and Tony expresses her concern for little Kevin and asks Trina would she be willing to talk to Big Kevin. Trina said no because he went against Tracy's final wishes and had the funeral, had this viewing, and I think they feel like he was trying to make money off of it because she's a public figure. She may not be as big as Tony and Tamar, but she still was a reality star, right? And so if he knew that she didn't want a funeral or all this public moments over her once she's gone, he should have honored that. Now, allegedly, a part of me thinks that this is just what I think. There's no truth in this. Nobody said this. This is what I think. I think he did this because he thought he was going to get some type of publicity off of it or make some money out of it. It's far fetched, but that's just what I believe. I could be totally wrong. Anyway, Tony tries to convince Trina that maybe Traci and her husband had some conversation, some pillow talk, or some moments when they were alone while she was, sick. And Traci could have told her husband something different that she told them. A lot of times when people are sick and they're on medication, they can tell you a bunch of different things to a bunch of different people. But you hope that he wouldn't lie on her in her final moments and say that she was saying one thing or she wasn't in her right mind or whatever the case might be. And Trina said, no, I was right there in the room with him when she stated that she did not want those things and she told us her final wishes, right? So Trina said nope, and that was the end of that. And she asked Tony, "Yeah, would you be willing to do it?" Tony said, yeah, I guess for family's sake, she would try, but I don't know if that would ever happen. For a moment, which was good, they need a break talking about, the grief. Trina and Tawanda and their men go-kart racing and discuss whether Tawanda and Sean was going to get married or not. Tawanda and him been together for a few years, maybe 5 or 6, and he asked her dad back in 2020 for her hand in marriage, and he still has not asked her 4 years later. To me, that's a red flag, but it's also part of this is also Tawanda's fault for letting him go this long because I'm pretty sure she's seen the show during reviews and doing her confessionals that he asked her dad for her hand in marriage. So it's like, what is taking so long? Like, are you just comfortable now? You feel like you got the cow, why buy the milk when you got the cow for free? I don't get, why he's taking so long to pop the question. You're still there, so you must have some type of feelings for her. You gotta be in love with her. She done shaved her head off when bald from her alopecia. So you got to have some type of feelings there. So what is it? Like, why are you still there? Why are you going to keep holding on to her if you're not willing to take it to the next level? I know for me, I was like, I'm not doing this with nobody else. I'm not going to be with nobody else no more. I wasted 6 years with somebody and it didn't lead nowhere. So I decided in my next relationship, if it became a very committed relationship and we went the distance, that I wasn't going to wait that long anymore. So, and I didn't. Thank God I'm married now. So, blah, blah, blah. Right. So then Tamar does a podcast interview, discusses her career and mental health. And they asked her what made her decide to do the show. She said after her mother had a heart to heart talk to her and kind of convinced her to do it, she went on ahead and did it. But she was worried about being back on the show because it triggers her. Her being around her sisters a lot trigger her, and it's just hard for her to do. But I'm glad she did, even though sometimes she can be nerve wracking. She brings funness to the show. Um, she also stated that she has a book coming out, which is good. And yeah, that was that with that. They showed a little clip of Tony with her son. I think he wants to model, but I don't know if that was just an extra clip. But I didn't see nothing else about it. But I think he's so handsome. I think he'd do a really, really good job at modeling. The entire Baltimore Braxton family meets. It was so good to see Mikey. I wish we could see him more and his family, or maybe he doesn't want to be on the show. Which I think. I think maybe he don't wants to be on the show like that. Maybe he does, and not his family. I don't know, but he's always been, shy and not part of the show alone, and not as much as the rest of the family. But anyway, they all meet up at a restaurant to talk with Little Cabin. They all talk about memories of Traci. Trina asks Kevin why he waits so long to ask for help when he's going through something and before it gets so bad. He expresses to them that he wants to be a man. He doesn't want to lean and depend on them to always come to his rescue when he's going through something. What kind of man would that make him if that's what he did? I think going through this grieving process, though, he should reach out a little bit more because sometimes two people can, piggyback off each other and help each other get through the grief moments. Because everybody grieves differently. So he should wait, especially with him going through a possible divorce, which is the worst time ever. They should have went into more detail what made them get his wife filed for divorce after his mother passed. That's, I guess something they would talk about in the future episodes. I don't know, but I'm just wondering why maybe I missed that part. Hopefully I didn't. And it was good to see Mikey. I didn't even know Mikey had children. It was good to see that Mikey had children, a handsome son and a handsome grandson. It was good to see Big Michael, their dad. Um, I wish the whole family would have been there. I wish Tamar and Tony and Miss E would have all went to Baltimore and really show him support. I know Miss E have a hard time being around her ex-husband, but sometimes you have to push your feelings to the side and look at the bigger. Oh Lord, I'm stuttering. I'm so sorry. Look at the bigger picture, right? But after that, Tamar and her assistant goes to the gym. I don't know what weight Tamar needs to lose. Tamar is small. She has a nice little frame body. I think she's okay. I know staying in shape is one thing, but trying to unbig a back that she don't have is crazy. Her assist no, this is so funny to me. Why was her assistant jump roping like that? He was doing that jump rope so far ahead of him. He could have knocked Tamar out. That was funny to me because he was just jump roping like so wild. And I'm hoping I'm using the correct pronoun for him. If I'm not, please forgive me. They discuss her schedule, and her assistant gives her some good encouragement that she has nothing to worry about getting back in the studio. Tamar can sing. That's the one good thing that nobody can take away from Tamar. Tamar's voice is a powerhouse. Tamar can sing birds happy. I mean, Tamar got it. If she will focus more on her talent and not the mouth, and always just mm, uh, that part, Tamar could really be successful because I think her music don't go as far as other people's because of that perception of her that she is annoying. That's just what I think. Trina and Little Kevin meets with a family lawyer, Travius. He let them know that him and Traci had some good moments, and Traci allowed for him to record her, and so that everything that she wanted would be on tape. that she always expressed that she wanted her son to have full control of her will and estate. Um, but when little Kevin was expressing himself, it sounds like his dad is protesting Traci's will. That's just what it sounds like. And little Kevin made the statement of, "I was born to this in this family. You was married into this family." I agree with that 80%, but the other 20%, I'm like, but she was married to him for a long time, you know. Um, but it is really sad that a father and son is now fighting over money and belongings and power. And that's all it is, money and power. That's what they're fighting over. And more so, his dad is fighting him because he is heartbroken. One, he lost his wife, somebody he's been married to a long time. Two, he was so surprised that when she died, excuse me, that he wasn't in full control of her estate. And on the flip side, I've been with my husband 10 years. If I was to find out his children that he had before me, or one of his children, were in control of something with all the stuff that we have, I would be devastated too. Because you got to be thinking like, I've been with this person 20 plus years. You leave me on this earth alone, and then the one thing you didn't do was look after me while you're gone. So I understand that part to a certain degree. What I don't like is that you're going up against your son, because it's just you and him, and the little boy, the grandson. But as far as what's left of Traci, it's just you and your son. And for you guys to be fighting like that is horrible. I'm saying this because I'm speaking firsthand on how it feels. When my dad passed, I had siblings that were, because I was power of attorney, had siblings going up against me when they knew his wishes. Like, why are you doing this? You know what he wanted. You know what dad wanted. So why are you coming at me like I'm doing something wrong? He has expressed this to us over and over and over again, well before he got sick, that this is what he wanted. But people would not understand that. They will go against it, because it's something about when a person dies, family just fall apart. Families fall apart, and it's really sad. It's really sad, and I hate to see it. Tawana go to see Trina to see how the meeting went, and Trina let her know, how production wanted a meeting with little Kevin, big Kevin, and their dad, Big Michael. Tawana got high mad. She was so mad. She instantly, her face, I didn't even ever seen Tawana really get mad like that, but it was instant. And you can see the anger in her eyes, that she was like, why in the hell would y'all think we wanted him on our show, on our platform? And I totally agree. I totally agree. Why? This is not about him. We're doing this season to dedicate it to our sister, and we're looking after her son. That's it. Where his dad going against him, that don't even need to be publicized, because it's already, embarrassing enough, the how it's going. Trina didn't agree with it. I don't think their men agree with it. And so it looked like that's not going to be happening. And I'm glad they shut it down, because it probably would have just been extra drama on top of all the other stuff that they got going on. Like, who wants to deal with that? But when when they first, let me back up. When they first got there and Trina was asking them what they wanted to drink, her husband is so passive aggressive towards her. To me, in my opinion, allegedly, I do not like the way he talks to her sometimes, like in a fatherly voice that of a husband's voice. If you do any of y'all get that from him? Like, he talked to her in a father figure mode, instead of being in a romantic way or as her husband. And he know damn well she didn't say, yes, fix your own drink, because it was clearly, she said, when he said, you want me to fix my own, she said no, and she kept talking to Tawana. You knew she didn't say that, but you wanted to get a moment. I'm like, Jackie, for Basketball Wives, you wanted a moment, and I'm glad she held her own and stood on business. Like, when do you ever fix your own drink? So why you want to do this on camera now? Why you showing your ass and you want to do this on camera? You know doggone well you don't fix your own drink at home. Like, you, it's like he wants her to cater to him, and he got jealous because she was asking Tawana's husband what he wanted. I mean, boyfriend. I could be just thinking all the way out in left field, but that's just how it looks to me. I'm really enjoying it so far. It's kind of healing for me to watch because, like I said before, I'm still grieving my dad. He's been gone for years now, but I'm definitely grieving him like he just left me an hour ago. You know, everybody grieves differently, and you really can't tell a person how to grieve because it's very offensive to do so. Um, yeah. So I'm glad that they decided to do it. I'm glad Tamar came on and decided to do it. Um, it's going to be a good season, and it's therapeutic for them to get through this grief for them, and it's something that they would never get over. You never get over losing a loved one. You got it. Hopefully he fly out. He's up there by the light bulb. I'm going to close it so don't go in my room. Okay, guys, I'm back. I had a technical difficulty. A bug or something flew in my face. Anyway, that's all I have for now on the Braxtons. Make sure you're liking up the video. Please subscribe. Small channel, big heart, and grow with me. And we're gonna grow in love. So make sure you like up the video, hit subscribe, and I'll be back in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.